Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for the comments and the feedbacks and the views and the likes and all this stuff about the railroad. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm sorry I haven't been on here for a whole year. Whenever I made these videos, the railroad has started to take a little dive in unemployment. I got furloughed. Hundreds of other people got furloughed. Actually, probably thousands. And now I see the rise is starting to come back up. People are starting to get called for interviews, starting people to get jobs for conductors. Everybody's getting called back to work, and I just happened to jump on this channel, and I saw all of your questions, and even had a guy reach out to me on Facebook and ask me some questions about the railroad. And I figure I would take the time to answer that I didn't make specifically clear in my other videos because I kind of threw them together in a hurry. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this, and let's just start answering these questions pretty quick. I know you guys got stuff to do. The D Gun said on here, say recently applied for a conductor position in New Jersey. I did the video interview. Hopefully to hear back. I've been trying for years to become a conductor. D Guns, I feel that, man. I applied for 6 years, interviewed 5 times over 6 years, and on my 6th interview, I finally got hired. Good luck to you, man. I hope you get the job, and yeah, just keep trying, man. It's kind of crazy how they do stuff, but you'll get it. You keep on trying, man. You'll get it. Challenger King says, how do you get your train's license, and where do you begin if I've never done this? I'm in the Army looking to do this. All right, Challenger, so you get your certification. You get your certification at school, and you'll get your conductor certification. And then once you've been a conductor for so long, it's based on seniority, so it goes in a list. You can imagine like a list of the 10 people that's been hired. Before, and you're at the bottom. You're the 10th person. Whenever they need an engineer, they're going to call the first person and send them to school first. And then you'll move up to 9th spot, and they hire someone behind you. So then you're 9 out of 10. That's how it works. But answer your second part, and where do you begin if you've ever done this? You don't have to have any prior experience to apply for the railroad. In fact, I've always heard they like people who do not have any experience in the railroad because they want to train you a specific way. They're very picky about how they want their workers to work. But there's the theory here is when I was applying for Norfolk Southern, I had 2 different accounts. I had one that I applied with experience, and I had one I applied with no experience. And they hired me with the one with experience. And now a little bit on my backstory is I hired out with a company called Road and Rail back in 2015, and I was a rail car prepper, which pretty much just means I just got the rail cars cleaned up and ready for the loaders to load the vehicles on the auto racks. We did very little maintenance. We did the reflective stickers on the side of the cars, and we would change knuckles if there were just one broke. That was as far as the maintenance went. And I was there for 10 months. That I left and went to a company called TSI, which is Transportation Services Incorporated. And I worked there for 2 years, and we did complete, what do they call it? Class 1, or I forgot what they call it, Class 1 or Class 3 breakdown or some kind of, anyways, we replaced everything on a rail car. It didn't matter what it was, we replaced it, and we worked specifically on coal cars. The aluminum coal cars you see, JHMX, if you see any of those JHMX between Alabama and Montana, if you see any JHMX cars, I've had my hands on them. And that's what I did there, and I was there for 2 years. And then I started, during this whole time I was applying for Norfolk Southern, and I got to switch a lot with the Road and Rail, and I got to switch with TSI, switch rail cars, and I put that experience on there, and they actually hired me for it. So that's how I got started, and how I got a job at Road and Rail. I had a brother-in-law that was there. I had no experience with Road and Rail or with any kind of rail, anything. I went and worked for a contractor, and a lot of people, that's what they have to do, go work for a contractor. And it, but if the only bad thing about contractor is the insurance and the money is not there, the same with the railroad. So I would almost say just keep applying for the railroad, do what you got to do to make your money, and keep applying. And it really boils down to your interview and your whatever you call it, psychological test or whatever, is what I really believe it boils down to. Oh, let's see. Philly Slasher says their guarantee is $4,500 a half under the new agreement. Yeah, I believe that. Anybody applying for Norfolk Southern, just know that you are going to work for the lowest paid Class 1 railroad in the United States, hands down. BNSF pays a hell of a lot more. Actually, UP, BNSF, I don't know if CSX is on that agreement or not. They may be. But the new agreement, I think, was it? I believe it may be the CN agreement. I'm not positive. Don't hold me to that. But I remember engineers always talking about the CN agreement when I was working there. So, anyway, somebody let me know about that agreement. I'm curious. I want to look into that. Thank you, Philly. So she just had her interview, so she's waiting. Thanks for info. You're welcome, Lauren. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for the comment. I hope you get the job. Best of luck on your career. It's a great job. I loved it. Great job. Good luck. This is the one that I was reading, and this is really the main reason for the video. David Chadwick, appreciate your comments, man. You left two of them. You left one that was really detailed. I'm gonna break it down as best as I can. The first thing is I don't understand the 80% thing. So if that is 51K is guaranteed, or is it 40,800 that is guaranteed? Since 80% of 51K is 40. Pretty much, once you complete training, your guarantee will be $51,000 a year when you first start out. That's at 80%, and then your guaranteed minimum earnings will progress to increase over with it. So the next 5 years, approximately to $63,500 per year. That's at 100%. So many conductors earn more than a guaranteed minimum due to work opportunities. Absolutely. You'll absolutely make more money than this if you answer the phone call when they call, or answer the phone when they call. Once you get seniority, you'll be able to bid on higher earning jobs. Absolutely, you will. After you're promoted to locomotive engineer, your first assignment will likely be engineer extra board. Yes, this all is based on seniority, and the minimum earnings for engineers $90,000 a year. The same thing, you build a bid on jobs, you get seniority. They got a flow back if you want to flow back to be a conductor, because you'll have more seniority as a conductor as an engineer. A lot of people flow back and do that. Your work schedule, don't even look at that. There is no work schedule. If you're on extra board, you have 2 days off, or 48 hours. I ain't gonna say 2 days. You have 48 hours off, and they can call you. So you don't really have a schedule. I mean, you really don't. You have an hour and a half to get to work when they call you. 90 minutes, regardless of the time or day or weather conditions. You have 90 minutes to get there. Benefits are great. Union membership, they fight for you if you get in trouble. It's not what it used to be. The union is not what it used to be. They're there for you if you get in trouble. And the bad thing is, the local guys, local chairmen of whoever you're gonna be working with, those guys are awesome. It's the higher up that's dealing with the contracts with the companies. I digress. I could go on for days. All right, alcohol and drug policy. If you get busted doing dope or drunk, you'll go to a thing called DARS, which is Drug and Alcohol Rehabilitation Center. Sorry. And work conditions, y'all know about work conditions. You're going to work in the rain, sleet, snow, hot, summer, doesn't matter. Let's see. David, you also asked if I'm going through the hiring process with NS. When you say sleeping in crappy hotels, is NS paying for these, or are you? No, they will provide. They will provide for your hotels, and I mean they're not crappy. I think I slept in I forgot where I stayed. It wasn't a bad hotel. The bad hotels is the dorms in Chattanooga is what I'm referring to. The dorm in Chattanooga is absolutely horrible. You're in a prison cell. The beds are horrible and the pillows suck. And if you ask anybody, if your district goes to Chattanooga, you'll see it is bad, man. Bring your own pillow. Bring your own pillow. Maya 3 weeks ago said, "I'd like to become a conductor. How do I get started, man?" That as simple as going to Google, type in Norfolk Southern careers. Let's see. Norfolk Southern, click on jobs, search where you want to go. Let's say Alabama, search jobs. I ain't got any in Alabama. Let's just search period. Let's see what they're doing. Search. How a bunch of jobs looks like. Title, we're going to type in conductor. Here we go. So they're hiring in Atlanta, Georgia, North Carolina, Indiana, Virginia, and Georgia again. So you go here, go to whichever one you want to go to. You click here and you'll go to apply. Top right hand corner. And it should take you to a thing where it's going to allow you to log in. Yeah, I wanna log in. I wanna work here. Apply. Apply now. Yep. So you'll take you to this. You'll create an account. You'll log in. You'll go through this big long process of uploading your resume, putting your personal information in there, put everything you know, put it in there, and then apply. And check up on it often. They'll send you an email and tell you if you're selected or not for a hiring session. More than likely, they're going to send you to a hiring session if you don't smoke or dip. Which that I'm telling you guys, pro tip: if you're still watching this video after this long, if you apply, when I ask you for tobacco use, put no, put 100% willing to travel. Okay, that's all you have to do there to get sent to a hiring session. At least I've been told. A Spanish boy commented this a couple days ago. It's crazy how they require you to have a high school diploma or equivalent to drive a train, but to drive an 80,000-pound semi truck around all USA is necessary to have a such diploma. High school doesn't determine how smart you are. Spanish, you're right. I have a GED. College was not for me. School was not for me at all. It wasn't back then. I love learning now, but you're right. I don't know why they require that. Another tip too, I'll tell you guys, whenever you're doing your background check, they'll ask you if you had any tickets or anything like that. Do not lie, because you will go and meet an officer, an NS officer they dive in your background hard, guys. So if you got a speeding ticket, if you don't know the exact time, it's okay. Just guess. But if you got a speeding ticket, seatbelt ticket, doesn't matter what it is. Be sure and put it on there. Oh, by the way, people ask me about this picture. This picture is me leaving Memphis, Tennessee, going back to Florence back in 2018, late 2018. This was towards the end of my time here in Florence. I was coming back home from Memphis. And the guy, this is going through Memphis University. He was standing on the side of the gate and took this picture. He asked about the signals. What signals should you study? And this is the one I sent him with because he's going to be down here in Alabama. Try and find out what signals you're going to be running on, whether it be Conrail or the Southern Style Railroad. And you can find this on Google, guys. You just go to Google. I just went to Google and typed in Norfolk Southern signals. I think it was it's right here. This is the same thing they give you at school, the same card. And whenever you're learning these signals, you have to learn the aspect and the indication. So you'll have a test, and it'll ask you, it'll say the indication, proceed to authorized speed. What is a signal? And you'll have stop signal, diversion approach, clear, or an approach signal. And you got to pick which one it is. There won't be any pictures. Then there'll be some pictures say, what is this? What does this indication mean? And it's going to be, indication is proceed to authorized speed. And I know it looks intimidating. It's really not. It's really not that bad once you figure it out. Like, just take some time, take that test over and over and over and over at school. The signals is where I saw half of our class fail. And the signals test, you have to score 100. If you do not score 100, you will not get the job. You'll be fired. And Conrail, if you find out you're on Conrail signals, I would go ahead and start studying now before you ever get to school. So Conrail is like trying to study hieroglyphics, man. It's so hard. But obviously everybody passes a test every year, so you can do it. Just study, figure out what signals you're on, and then start studying while you can. And that was pretty much all the questions I had. This video I know is already long enough, so I hope this answers some of your guys' questions. I'm going to make more videos on the Safe Freight Act. I didn't realize this channel had not really taken off, but it's getting a lot of views. Like if I look at the analytics for this month, I'm looking at almost 2K views this month. I didn't realize the railroad was really picking back up. I knew my friends are getting called back, and I know that I'm getting close to getting called back, but I didn't realize they were calling so many people for jobs. And I remember the feeling, guys, of being nervous and not knowing what to expect. And please send me a message on Facebook. You can find me. I think I'll put it in the link in the description. Send me a message on Facebook if you don't want to post it on YouTube. You can post a comment on YouTube. I'll see it. I don't care how you get in touch with me, but if you have questions, ask me. I do not mind helping you guys out at all. And I hope you guys are the best. I hope all of you love the railroad. I hope you guys succeed at the railroad and have a great career. And but other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and start editing this video and get it up as fast as possible for you guys. And if you, like I said, got any questions, let me know. Find me on Facebook, or you can comment on here on YouTube, and I will definitely get back to you. If you don't have a Facebook and you don't want to comment on YouTube, I'll put my email down in the email also, and you can shoot me an email from your phone. So other than that, guys, you guys be safe, and for all the ones getting interviews and stuff like that, good luck. If you guys are starting school anytime soon, let me know. I want to know when school's starting back. I'm really curious who your teacher is. I really hope it's Spencer. I'll reach out. I might hit up Spencer and see if he's going to be back at school. And you guys have a good one. Y'all be careful. Be safe. And I will see you guys on the next one.